Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to our free online lessons and thank you for joining me. Okay, for today's lesson, we will be showing you how to create the description keys in Civil 3D. I hope you can see my screen and can hear me clearly. If you cannot see my screen or cannot hear me, then just let me know. Okay. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mira. I am the application engineer at CAD system. And here is what I'm going to show you today. So first, I'm going to let you know what is actually the description keys. And then we're going to create a point style for the description keys itself. And then create the description keys, insert the point. And then we're going to do the custom-made AutoCAD block point style. And then test out the point style using the description key setting. And then lastly, we're going to import the survey data and apply the description keys. Okay, any questions, just let me know. So here is what is actually the description keys. So description keys is used to automatically control some drawing point properties, such as its appearance of the drawing, the marker, and then when you create or import points. So before you create the drawing point using the description keys, you need to create the series of the description key first. It's like you do the setting for the description keys. Then when you create and import the drawing point, the raw description keys for the points specified which description key is used to create a point in the drawing. So basically, if you create the description keys and then you import your point, whatever point you import, so it will read the description keys and then use the description key setting that you set and then change it to whatever spec that you set in the series of description keys. And then the properties of defined for this description keys will apply to the point that added to the drawing. So the description keys are included with the point style, point level style, layer, point symbol, scaling information, and also the rotation information. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you in Civil 3D. Okay. Let me open my Civil 3D. So I already opened my Civil 3D here. So first thing, I'm going to show you if I'm adding the point manually. Okay. This one. Let's say I'm adding point here. And then the description will be EG for the existing ground. And then enter, elevation. And if I zoom in, so this is the default description keys where it didn't show any marker, just a default cross point there. Okay. Wait. Sorry for that. And then how do you create the point marker using your own specification? Okay. Let's say I'm going to add some description keys, for example, EG, and then I have the specific point marker for the EG, for example, square, circle, and then whenever I add it, it will show the exact point style. Okay, so to do that, to set the description keys, you need to go to the tool space, and then under tool space, you will find this setting. Okay, click on the setting, and then go to point option here, expand it, and then you will find there is the description keys. Sorry, before that, the point style. You expand the point style. And then under point style, you will see this is bunch of point style that already been made by Civil 3D for you to use it. Okay, you can see there's basic, benchmark, brown, and so on. So let's say I'm going to add my own point style for the EG surface or for the existing ground. Okay, so you just click on the point style, right click and click on new. So this is the setting where you set the point style. You can see there are two options you can use to add the marker for the point style itself. So the first one, you just use the AutoCAD point for marker, just a simple point there. You can see on the preview section here, just a tiny dot. That is the AutoCAD point for marker. And then under there, the second option is the use custom marker. Okay, so under custom marker, there is the custom marker style that you can use. There's circle, square, cross, plus symbol, dash. So all of these you can add into your marker. Okay, you can use it as your marker. You can see if I add circle and square together, it will show like this in the preview. And the third option that you can use to add the AutoCAD add the marker for the point, you can use this AutoCAD block. So this is the ready-made or the block that already been created in Civil 3D. Okay, when you install Civil 3D, all of these block will be installed together. Okay, you can see marker point like this, sewer, manhole, test pit. Okay, all of these can be used. So I'm going to use this use marker, the custom marker. Okay, maybe I change it to this symbol. And next, after you change the symbol, you need to rename the point style. So you go to the information tab here. Then you will find there is name section. So under new point style here, you can change it to the name of your point style. Okay. Existing, round. Then I go to the display. So this is where you change the color of your marker. Just now, if I insert the default marker, the cross or the X here are red color. So if you want to change the color of your marker, you need to go to display tab. And under here, you will find there is marker. Okay, this is where you set the visibility of your marker. Okay, so maybe I go to color part here, marker. Okay, click on the color and then it will pop up select color box. So under select color box here, all of these color you can choose. So maybe I choose this color. Okay, like a cyan color. Click OK. Apply. Okay. So just now, you just creating the point style. You didn't create the description keys yet. So you need to go, you minimize the point style, and you go to this description key set. So this is where you create the key set, the description key. So currently, usually if you are creating the drawing from sketch, you will have this default Civil 3D description keys. So if you didn't have this, it's okay. You just go to the description keys here. You right click and click on new. Okay, this is how you create the description keys tab. Okay, for me, I already have the Civil 3D set here, so I'm just going to use this one. I right click and go to edit keys. So usually if you have the default description keys, you will have all of these description keys being made for you by Civil 3D. So right now it have code or description keys for the storm sewer, STA for N3. Okay, so it didn't have for existing ground. So what you need to do is you click any of the code here, you right click and you click on new. So it will pop up this new description keys for you to add. Okay, so the code here actually is the description. So any of your description need to be inserted here. So let's say for existing ground, just now I insert the description is EG. So code here also need to be EG. Okay, and then these code are case sensitive. So if you using capital letter for the description, So you need to insert as the code here using capital letter. So for example, just now, I'm using EG for the description, capital letter. And then after you insert the code, you need to insert star. You need to add star beside the code. Okay? So EG star. And then for the star, this is the point star. Okay? You check on the box first. And then go to default, click on default. So default is the cross button, just the cross marker just now, the red color. And then you will see if you click on default, it's this point star will pop up. And then you click on the drop down for default, and you will find there is existing ground point star, the newest point star that you created just now. Click on OK. And then for the point label, this one is beside your point, will have the elevation, the description, what the point is it, and so on. So this is the point label star, label of the point. So I click on default. I want to add the elevation and the description. Click OK. And then this is the format. So whatever code here are being linked with this format. So format, you can see the dollar and star. That's why you need to add the alphabet, okay, the code, and then you need to add star. Okay, you need to follow here. These two are linked together, the format and also the code. And then you go to layer. So we have layer 2. So currently this EG didn't have layer. So you just need to check on the box and then click on the empty box here to add the layer. So this is all of the layer that we made by Civil 3D. So you didn't have to create it if you have the layer here that you want to choose. So let's say you want to choose the existing ground. Okay, for all of this layer, didn't have existing ground. Of the choices here didn't have existing ground. So what you need to do is you go to new up here and then you create a new layer. So let's say I'm going to create the layer for existing ground. So just name this layer as existing ground. And then under color for existing ground, you can add the color here, white. Click on the white there, and then you will find there is box with 3 dots. You click on that one, and then you change it to sign color. Okay. And then you can also change the line type, the line width, and so on. Okay. You click on OK. Click on OK. Now the EG or existing ground will have layer as existing ground. Okay. And then click on check button here. So if you click on close on this panorama, it will not save your setting. So if you click on this one, it will save your setting. So make sure you click on the check button just now. And then I go back to the tool space. Now I go to prospector. Sorry about that. Go to prospector. Okay. So under prospector, you will find point groups. So expand the point groups. And then there is all points. So all point is actually any of point that you add into your drawing. So whether it's you add by using the import point or you add manually like I'm doing just now, right now. So automatically Civil 3D will create a point group, all point. Okay. So now you go to point group, go to all point, right click and apply the description keys. So it will change this one. Okay, so because I already set the setting for the EG, I add the description key for the EG. So it will automatically read my point just now and then change it to according to my setting here. Okay, so this is I'm using the custom marker. So let's say you have your own AutoCAD block or marker that you created. Okay, So for example, I have this one, flower. So this is an AutoCAD block. So I want to add this one in the point style. Okay. So let me show you the point style again. New. Marker. So you have this one, right? Use AutoCAD block symbol for marker. So all of these choices still didn't met your requirement for your marker. So you have your own marker. You want to add it in. You just can go to your block. So I have this flower marker here. Click on this one. Control C, just using the copy command. Then go back to the main drawing. And Control V. And then place it here. So once you place it here, later in the choices of AutoCAD block inside the point style, you will have this block. Okay, let me show you. Go back to point style, right click, and then go to new. And then after you click on the new, and then it will pop up this point style. You need to check on this use AutoCAD block. Then you find the block that you add just now, this one, flower. Okay. And then we're going to change the information. This one will be flower. Okay. For marker, I just using the flower just now. And then for this display, you don't need to set it because I'm going to use the color of the block. Okay. So I didn't have to change the display here. I click on apply. I click on OK. Okay, now I go back to the description keys. Okay, edit keys. Then I add one more for the flower description keys. Okay, click any of the code here. Click on new. And then change the code. This one will be FL star. Okay, don't forget to add the star beside the code. And then the style, default. I'm going to use the flower just now. Default level going to be same elevation and description. Layer, I'm just going to check on the box because I didn't have any layer to assign to this description for the flower. And then I click on check button here. So now if I create one more point, okay, let's say I put it here. This one will be FL. Make sure it's follow the capital letter on the description keys just now. Okay, same elevation. So you find the marker there are changing to flower because it read my description keys and then it will use the setting description keys I do and then it will generate it. So let's say you can see the symbol or the marker are small. You want to make it bigger. So you just go back to the description keys, edit keys. So here you will find there is scale factor, fixed scale factor. So currently is scale factor by 1. Okay, so that's why it's small. So what you need to do is you check box for the scale factor, 1 there. And then you need to check box on this use drawing scale. And then check box on the apply X, Y, and apply Z. Right? So after you check all of the box there until apply Z, now you can change the scale factor. Maybe I change to 5. I click. Edit. Okay, then click on check button there. And then wherever you do in the description key setting, wherever you do the setting, you change the scale factor, you add anything. So you need to go back to prospector, go to point group, you need to apply it again. Stop. So now you can see the flower marker just now a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay. So this is how you set the description keys. So this one I add it manually one by one. So let's say I'm going to use the same description keys, But right now, I have my surveyor point here. Okay, you can see I have more than 700 point. Okay, so you can see GS, there is FL, flower, tree, and so on. So all of these is I got from the surveyor data. So to add in the surveyor data in your drawing, first I'm going to delete on it. So you can also delete on the block that you copied just now because it's already in your drawing. So if you delete, it's not going to change the setting that you do in the point style just now. Okay, so while the create point box is still here, so you just click on the last button there to import point. Click on this one. Then you click on plus button here. There is plus button. So I'm going to add the point just now, this one, the topo survey. Open. And then going to use the PNEZD. Click on OK. Okay. And now this is my survey data. So you can see it will automatically use my description key that I put in. Okay. Any of the description key that it's detect that has same code in the description key, so it will generate it. You can see the tree is changed to the tree, and then we also have the flower just now, this one. Okay, and then the others we didn't have any of the EGs and then the main hole. So for this data, we didn't have that. Okay, so if you see in my data for the survey data, so under the tree, so this one, tree data, so I got this tree TR, and then this is the size. Okay, 24, 18, 15, this is the size of the tree. So let's say you want to apply the size in your drawing tool. So you want to make the marker. Okay, so you want to make the marker for the tree. You follow the size of the survey data. So you need to go to description keys again. And here, you didn't have to change the scale factor, but you need to go to the tree. Okay, go to the point star for the tree, and then go to edit point star here, edit current selection. Okay, and then you go to the marker. So first thing you need to do is you need to change the size to 1 mm or meter. Okay, because later on, if you using the scale factor, so it will read the size just now. Okay, so I changed in 1, so it will be ratio 1:1. Apply. Okay, okay again, and now you need to just check on the box, the scale box, the use drawing scale, apply X, Y, and then apply Z. Okay. So after you do that, you don't need to change the scale factor because I want it to read the original size of tree from surveyor. Then you click on finish up here. You click on here to dismiss. Okay, vistas. Then you can see go to the edit keys again. Yes. Okay. 1 mm. Oh, this one. Okay, for the option, you need to change is use drawing scale. Okay, MM. So just now it's using M, so that's why it looks small. So just click on apply. Okay, okay again. Click on finish. And then you go to prospector, you go back to the all point, and then apply description keys. So after I click on apply, I change the scale, I change the size of the marker. So you can see the difference between the 3 points. So this one is the 3.4 size 8, and then this one is 3.4 size 12. You can see the difference of the marker, the size of the marker there. Okay. So this is how you creating the description keys, and then you apply it in your drawing. Okay. So the description keys here, the keys here are not limited. So if you have 1,000 of keys or descriptions, so you can add it how many description keys you have. Okay, it didn't have limit here. All right. So that's all. So is there any question you want to ask me? Okay, so I believe there is no question. So before I end our lesson, so I would like to share with you our website. Okay, so now this is our website, AutoCAD system. And if you go to our website, you will find the product that we provided. So we have Revit, AutoCAD, Civil 3D, and so on here. And then if you want to join our next free online lessons, so you can just scroll down more. Then you will find there is latest Autodesk free online courses and lessons. And then you will, if you're interested to join other free online lessons, you can just go to the picture here. And then you click on going. Then we will email you the time, the updated of the free online lesson, and also the Zoom link. And then if you want to watch today free online lesson again, you can go to our YouTube channel, AutoCAD Systems in Berhad. And then you will find there is video option here. So you can see this is our previous free online lesson that you can rewatch. There's a bunch of topics, bunch of software that you can explore. Okay? So that's all for me today. Thank you for joining me, and hope to see you in our next free online lessons. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.